The 2025 annual edition of the Screen Actors Guild Awards, popularly known as the SAG Awards, an annual award that recognizes outstanding performances in movie and primetime television, is now live at the Shrine Auditorium in LA. And while we were on the lookout for who was going to snatch these prestigious awards, we still were paying utmost attention to the red carpet fashions. Now, while some of our faves really showed up and showed out in their super put together looks, others just looked very fashion confused. So here are the top 10 worst dressed celebrities at the SAG Awards 2025. Take a look. First up on our worst dressed list, we have the super cutesy Mikey Madison. And for the SAG Awards 2025, she had on this custom silver silky strapless long dress by Louis Vuitton, and tonight she was styled by the incredible Jamie Mizrahi. And was I really living for this look or loving it altogether? I really don't think so. Now, first of all, I just was not in love with this color on her tonight. I just generally think that Mikey looks better in like a gold dress, just like we saw at the Golden Globes Award, because this silver shade was doing absolutely nothing for her. I mean, she just felt a bit pale. She looks really washed out, and that in itself was a no-no for me. Now, apart from that, the construction that we see on this dress just felt a bit lacking to me. I mean, it just looked like they found leftover fabric in the corner and just draped it onto this dress to give it more drama, because something about the way the fabric was bunched up and tied at the midsection of this dress just felt like an afterthought to me, and that was rather disappointing. Also, we know that Mikey at this point loves a good strapless dress on the red carpet, because we've seen her time and time again wear a strapless dress for each function. I'm not saying that is a bad idea, but I'd just like to see something more different, if you know what I mean. Overall, I just wasn't really intrigued by this look, and the style of the dress just was very predictable for me. So yeah, this look by Mikey definitely has to be a chop for me. Next up on our list, we have the legend, the icon, Pamela Anderson. And for the SAG Award 2025, she had on this white crepe single-sleeved long dress, and honestly, I really did not like this dress on her tonight for the red carpet. I mean, when you do two white dresses back to back for award shows, it's just really hard not to compare and contrast. And honestly, in this case, I think I prefer the Jacquemus dress she had on for the BAFTA Awards, and I just feel like this look in itself was definitely a step down from that other dress, and I'm just a bit disappointed by that. Now, let's just say I just did not love the style of this dress. This look in itself just felt very resort wear, something I'll kind of see someone wear for a vacation in another country, and not necessarily a look I would wear for like an actual red carpet. The dress in itself felt super droopy, and I just feel like all the use of this fabric just felt kind of wasteful at a point. I also just did not love how pale she was looking on the red carpet tonight, and I know Pamela doesn't do makeup anymore, but something just felt a little off. Maybe a little powder wouldn't hurt, but hey, that's really just me. Overall, this icon just fails to deliver a gag-worthy look for this red carpet, so this look has to be a chop for me. Up next on our list, we have the comedy genius, the beautiful Quinta Brunson. And for the SAG Award 2025, she had on this off-white, creamy, lacy long dress by Christian Dior from their 2025 Resort collection. And tonight, she was styled by the fabulous Jessica Pasta. And I really do want to love this look, because I mean, this is Quinta and she is stunning. However, just like I said in my previous BAFTA Award fashion review, where Mimi King had a dress similar to this from the same Dior collection, this is a case of beautiful lady, wrong dress, and there's just really nothing that will convince me that this lacy type fabric doesn't look like tablecloth, or I'll do you one better, old dusty dingy curtains, because that is exactly what this fabric was giving me on the red carpet tonight. Now, the color of this lace just gave off a very dirty and dusty appearance, and the fabric just didn't seem as expensive, especially when you compare it to some of the other looks we saw on the red carpet tonight. I guess what they say is true. you really can't pull off an ugly dress. If it's ugly, it's really ugly. And I'm sorry, it wasn't Quinta tonight. It was this really ugly dress. So yeah, this was one ugly dress on the red carpet tonight. So it has to be a chop for me. Next up on our list, we have the super cutesy Joey King. And for the SAG Award 2025, she had on this black and blue collared long dress by Miu Miu. And tonight she was styled by the incredible Jared Eng. And all I can say is that Joey is far too pretty to be decked down in such a diabolical dress on the red carpet tonight. Now, I really don't know what the direction this look was going for, but all I can say is that it just seems like all the design ideas they had just didn't quite come together in the creation of this dress. Now, first of all, I just did not love the addition of this random collar on the dress. It just seemed really odd, and the color choice wasn't really the most flattering on Joey tonight. Also, when you come down to the midsection of this dress, you had that mesh bejeweled portion of the dress, and once again, that in itself just made no sense because it just felt like there was a lot of negative space and it did nothing for this look. It just felt like they added different elements together and it just did not quite work well together. What can I say? This dress just felt like it was all over the place for me. Too many ideas, poor execution. So it has to be a chop for me. Up next on our list, we have the ebony goddess Kerry Washington. And for the SAG Award 2025, she had on this rosy silver mesh and silk turtleneck long dress by Giorgio Armani. And tonight, she was styled by the amazing Rob Zangardi. And I don't know what it is and why they keep doing this to my girlie, but once again, this was a look I just did not enjoy on Kerry on the red carpet tonight. Now, first of all, I know I'm all for like mixing and matching of like fabric textures when it comes to like the creation of like a red carpet dress, but I just feel like just the way this was showcased, it just did not feel as elevated as I would have wanted to on the red carpet. I mean, something about the way this silk fabric was underneath the mesh fabric just didn't look as great, and that definitely just took me out of the fantasy and I wasn't loving it. I also just did not love this turtleneck detail that we see on the dress. I just lose all her neck in it, and the choice of hair tonight just coming down on her face just did not help matters at all because she definitely turned into a no-necked monster. Overall, the construction of this dress didn't quite take it there for me, so it has to be a chop for me. Next up on our list, we have the stunning Zoe Saldana. And for the SAG Award 2025, she had on this custom black velvet single sleeve long dress by Saint Laurent. And tonight she was styled by the amazing Petra Flannery. And this look right here was just not my cup of tea tonight on the red carpet. I'm really not gonna lie. I mean, by now we all know that velvet fabric can be very tricky to work with, especially when creating a dress for like a red carpet. I mean, the dress can look very beautiful and very stunning if certain design details are taken into consideration. For example, the fit of the dress. I mean, once the fit of the dress is nice, it would definitely be a slay on the red carpet. But once it's not, it can just start to look very saggy and very droopy. And I think that is exactly what my problem is about this look on Zoe tonight. I mean, this velvet fabric on her just looks very drab and droopy. The fit of it at the midsection of the dress was bad. And just the addition of this fan-like detail that we see on the arm just felt very unnecessary, if I'm not gonna lie. Let's just say that this black dress was just not giving what it was supposed to give. So it has to be a chop for me. Next up on our list, we have the super handsome Taylor Zakhar Perez. And for the SAG Award 2025, he had on this black suit set and a silk midnight blue inner shirt. And let's be so for real right now, Taylor, because what are you really doing? I mean, you cannot deny that Taylor is a gorgeous man and his face card probably never even declines. But you want to know what was declining tonight? This look was definitely declining. It was definitely even filing for bankruptcy. Now, first of all, this suit set he had on has to be one of the most raggedy things I've ever seen in my life on a red carpet. And I have seen so many things, so that really says a lot. I mean, the suit just looks really faded. It looks really rumpled and crumpled. And it definitely just looks like something that belongs in the garbage bag. I also just did not like the fit of this look. It was really atrocious. It was ill-fitting and it just looked like a hand-me-down suit, and that was just not the gag for me. Now, the styling of this look with the inner shirt also didn't help matters because that too looks really crimply and rumpled, so it was a no-no for me. At this point, I definitely should give up because this look was a true red carpet crime for sure. So yeah, I definitely can't believe that this was his real choice tonight. So it has to be a chop for me. Next up on our list, we have the super talented Jamie Lee Curtis. And for the SAG Awards 2025, she had on this black sequin long dress with feathered detailing. And as Coco Chanel famously once said before you leave the house, do well to look yourself in the mirror and take off one thing. Clearly, Miss Jamie forgot to look herself in the mirror because if she did, she definitely would have thought it necessary to take off one thing, and that one thing would definitely be the feathers. I mean, I just don't think that this look needed the feathers because this look just felt really chaotic and messy to me, so I just would have lost it altogether. Also, this dress in itself was kind of ill-fitting and I just did not live for how drapey and droopy it felt. It also just looks like Jamie doesn't really want to be here, so she's definitely prepping herself to fly away with those feathers. And honestly, don't stop the diva now. Fly away, Miss Jamie. But for now, this look is absolutely going to be a chop for me. Next up on our list, we have the beautiful Aisha Dee. And for the SAG Award 2025, she had on this nude-toned, tulle, strapless, long gown. And this was just a hot boo-boo mess to me. I'm really not gonna lie. I mean, what even is this dress? The construction of it just felt really diabolical. And I know that this was going to be a short dress initially, but she was like, you know what? I have a red carpet event coming up. I need to add some tulle detailing to make this look like a long dress. But guess what, diva? We're clocking you right now. No, ma'am. This is not going to work for me because this looks really atrocious. I mean, where to even begin? It just felt very crafty to me. It felt like 5-minute craft on how to make a red carpet gown. And I'm sorry, the only thing I'm loving here is the face and the hair. Everything else, I'm sorry, just did not do it for me. So it has to be a chop for me. Finally, on our worst dress list, we have the statuesque diva Elle Fanning. And for the SAG Awards 2025, she had on this black velvet strapless peplum long dress by Loewe. And honestly, I know you might be thinking, what is Elle doing on this list? This looks fairly decent, but no, it doesn't to me. I mean, Elle is a fashion girly, so to whom much is given, much is definitely expected of. So I definitely expected better from her fashions from this red carpet showing. I mean, from the grandeur fashion she served us at the Golden Globes to now just this basic Betty regular schmegular black velvet peplum long dress. It's just not cutting it for me. It's just a huge step down to me. And I'm just not feeling the vibe of Elle tonight. I'm just gonna need her to wake her red carpet fashions up once again because this looks very pedestrian. So yeah, this look by Elle definitely is gonna be a chop for me. Alright guys, we have come to the ending of today's video. In today's video, I share with you guys my top 10 worst dressed celebrities at the SAG Awards 2025. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a big fat thumbs up. It helps me a lot. And yeah, I would definitely be seeing you guys in the next video. But for now, it is bye for now. Au revoir.